Hey, shit, I didn't see you there. I was too busy making this bomb-ass steak shawarma. Guess what? You stick around, I'll show you how to make it too. Let's get cooking, y'all.
I'm a private chef, cook for money, yeah.
For this, super simple. We're gonna make our own salsa, but first, you need steak. This is flank steak that I marinated for 12 hours. If you wanna see how I made this marinade, click this link right here. You'll see the video to the perfect marinade. Anyway, for the salsa, you need onions, a tomato, lime juice, jalapeno, and a few peppers. So my onions will go in the pan, along with my peppers. Peppers super easy to cut. You just want to follow them around like so. Right around that core. And boom. The sticker, believe it or not, it's actually edible. You can eat these stickers. I choose not to. But if you want to, leave it on. It's your thing. Go for it. Nice easy chop. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't really matter. With peppers too, you take them like this. Let them out. You smash them so they kind of hold down. All right, in the pan, remember, salt, pepper. Put that on low heat. A little more oil. We just want that to start to saute, break down a little bit while we make our salsa. The salsa is super easy. All you need is diced onion in there, tomato, boom, 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 boom. Stack it up. Right across, and then thing it again, and that's how you make a quick diced tomato. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. We're not cooking for anyone special. This is just the college cooking show. Limes, roll them, give them a roll. That releases the juice. Boom. The juice of 2 limes should suffice. Garlic, which I've mashed down into a paste, that goes in. And jalapeno. Depending on how hot you want your salsa, you can leave the seeds in, leave them out. I like it hot. I leave the seeds in. Chop. Again, if your knife skills aren't great, just take it like this and do the rock chop. Rock right across. If you want to add 2 jalapenos, go for it. It really depends. That's all personal preference on how spicy. For me, 1's perfect with the seeds. You gotta be real careful though when you're chopping jalapenos, because you get in there and you start touching your eyes or your face, it's gonna fucking burn. I made a mistake when I was a young cook in a restaurant, chopped about 150 jalapenos. It's a lot of fucking jalapenos. I didn't wear gloves. I go take a piss. Yeah, I think you can imagine how that went. It hurt for a fucking long time. So, wash your hands, rub your face. Don't rub your face. Watch out for these little bastards, they'll get you. All right, look at that, boom. Salsa looks great. That's looking fantastic. Let's check out our fajitas. It smells great in here. Those are coming together nicely. Wow, look at that. Just starting to become translucent. This is what we want to see. We don't want these to cook on too high of a heat. We really want to go low, medium flame. Kind of let them start to sweat down and build that flavor slowly. They're not a high, fast thing. It's a slow burn. With that, our steak is coming out. Boom, that looks beautiful. The thing with steak too, anytime you're cooking a steak or a meat, I always take it out a half hour, let it come to room temperature, half hour before I cook it. That way, if you put a cold steak on a pan, the muscles are tight. It seizes up. If you put a lukewarm room temperature steak, it can relax, be in that pan nicely, maybe a little more tender. Bang, steak looks gorgeous. We come here, let's grab a pan. We're on high heat. Always, always, always high heat so we can get a nice sear. We'll let that start to heat up. Bring our steak over here. What I'm gonna do though, it's just a quick sear, so probably 2 minutes on the side, flip it, 2 minutes. The best thing is with this marinade though, if you do this for 12 hours, you can overcook the steak and it's still gonna have tons of flavor and taste really good. So that marinade kind of gives you a back end, a little bit of a safety net, if you will, if you fuck up and overcook your steak. Take our steak, bang, and lay into the pan. You wanna hear that sizzle right away, that's great. That means it's hot enough. And then don't touch it. Put it in and let it make that sear. Don't fuck with it, don't touch it, leave it be. Don't even look at it. Just fucking walk away for at least 30 seconds, let that crust seal. We're coming back later, bang, you leave it there. All right, steak's been in the pan for a little while now. Same thing, remember that chicken video when I said if it sticks to the pan, that means it's not ready to flip. It hasn't made that seal yet, there hasn't been a sear. Don't scrape it off and pull it because then you fucked it up, you started too soon. Just check it. All right, that wants to come off. Let's take a look. Look at that. See, you got that nice sear going. Bang, we'll flip it over. Woo! That's gorgeous, right? Look at that crust we built right on the outside. People always want to know when a steak is done, when you cook it, how long is medium rare. And there's no exact number, there's no exact way to tell. It's really just trial and error. but you can come, and it is by feel. So I'm sure people have seen that video on YouTube. Gordon Ramsay does it where you feel your palm to see if the steak is cooked. So technically, if you press in like this, that's well done, medium well, and the fleshy part, that's more rare. So that way, that's how that steak should feel. So yeah, our steak's still pretty rare. Down here where it's thinner, it's a little bit more medium well. But again, with a marinade, it's so tender that it can be hard to tell. So really your best bet is trial and error. Cut into it, check. Look at that though, it's looking beautiful. We'll give it another flip. Wow. And again too, people always ask, how many times do I flip a steak? Like over. There's people that say you flip it once, you never touch it. There's people that say you flip it once every minute. Honestly, it's preference. There's no right way to do it. There's no wrong way to do it. The key with steak though is you can always take it and put it back on if it's undercooked. If it's overcooked, you can't, you're fucked, you've ruined it. So I'd rather you undercook the steak and they go, you know what, I'd like mine a little more done, and then put it back on and go from there. Look at that though, look at, now we have a beautiful crust that has just started to form. And for me, I like my steak on the rare side. That looks done. We're gonna take it off, put it on the cutting board. It's important to let it rest. You do have to let it rest. You can't cut into it right away. All the juices, everything, all that flavor that's in there is gonna bleed right out. So at least, say we cooked it for 6 minutes, at least let it rest for 3. Half the cooking time, it's a general rule of thumb, but at least let it go a minute, 2 minutes. I know, it looks like you want to cut it, you want to eat that, let it rest, give it some time, let those juices reabsorb. We'll be right back to cut right into that baby and make our fucking taco. I call this a taco, but I'm actually using a shawarma bun. Tortilla's a little thin for me. This actually is nice, a little more doughy, it's a little bit more of a texture to it. You can use a tortilla bun, that doesn't really matter. I prefer the shawarma. To each his own. If you can find this, great. If you can't, tortilla works fine, corn or flour. You do whatever you fucking want, man. That's what you want to see. A little bit of char. Come in, build it up with our fajitas. Those beautiful color on that pepper and onions. Nice. And then boom, going with that steak right on top. Just pile it on. And that fresh pico that we just made. Super easy, super simple. Look at that color, man. Everything is just popping on this plate. Fresh squeeze of lime. A little bit of cilantro. Boom, man. That is how you do it. Bang! Woo! 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 Yes! God damn, man. I just gotta go in for a bite. This looks so good. Look at all that color, that char, that juicy steak. Ooh! Mmm. Mmm. Yep. Yeah. God. You get that spice from the jalapeno, that fresh salsa. That steak is just unbelievable. That marinade, I'll tell you what. That is how you make a steak fajita, steak taco, steak shawarma, whatever you want to call it. That's bomb as fuck. We'll see you next time on the College Cooking Show. I'm Chef Donny. Peace out.
I'm a private chef, cook for money, yeah.
I'm a mutant, I'm a banshee. My girl left me cause she could not understand me. Just come back now, hold my hand please, before the voices in my head start to command me. Money falling, money calling, it's so loud.